So the physical sky is great, but it doesn't give me any background detail at all, and I want something with a little more detail. So I am going to close my render here, and since I'm happy with my camera, I'm also going to just knock down my camera panel, which gives me my perspective view. I am going to delete the physical sky. That's why I closed the render, because at this point I don't have any light in the scene. What I'm going to add instead is the other type of Arnold light that I said I was going to talk about, the sky dome light. The difference between the sky dome light and the physical sky is this. When I make a sky dome light, it's going to make a great big sphere in the scene, just like the physical sky, but its color attribute is unmapped. It is set to white. Whereas, if I delete this and I make a physical sky, it makes a big dome in the scene, and if I select it, you will see that the color attribute is mapped. The thing that it is mapped to is the physical sky information. So this time, instead of working with the physical sky information, we are going to work without it. The thing that I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go to a website. The website I'm going to go to is called Polyhaven. Remember that, it's really helpful. What Polyhaven is designed to be is an asset, is a library full of assets, and the assets we're going to use are these things called HDRIs. And the reason we're going to use their HDRIs is that an HDRI is a very special type of image that contains lighting information. They are fairly difficult to make, and they always look better when a professional makes them. So I will just click this Browse HDRI button, and you'll see that they've got many, many, many of them. I like the indoor ones for this project because it is not a real insect. It is just a little model of an insect. And I think the one that I used when I did the preview of the demo was this one, so maybe I'll go back and use this one again. But any of these would work. Abandoned workshop, sounds great. Country club, lovely. Just go back here. So with these HDRIs, they are image files. They're really, really big image files. HDRI Haven will allow you to download them in a variety of sizes. I believe 4K is the default, but 4K is really big, and for this project we don't need really, really big. So I switched mine to 2K. 2K is just fine. It will work perfectly well for this experience. So I'm going to make a 2K HDRI, and I'm going to hit download. So you can see my computer is downloading that. And you know, it doesn't hurt to get a couple of them while you're up here, so maybe I do like this abandoned workshop. Oh yeah, that looks fabulous. So 2K HDRI, let's download this one too. And now this one is also downloading. These things are going straight to my downloads folder. There they are. But I want them to go into my insect folder, so I'm going to go and find that insect folder. Here it is, Insect 2022. I'm going to go to Source Images, and I'm going to stick these into my source images. Because one of them is one that I already had, it wants to know if it should replace it. Sure, replace it. So let's head back over here into Maya. Let's knock this down, yes. So I've got the sky dome light selected. It's the big sphere at the back. Here's its color attribute. That's where the HDRI is going to go. In order to link it, I'm going to click on this black and white checker box. The black and white checker boxes are always links. So Maya has a limited array of nodes that it can link in. We are going to use the file node. So I'm going to click File, and that generates a node that will allow me to link an image file. When I click this Browse button, I should go straight to my Source Images folder. I did indeed. So let's pull in that abandoned workshop. I know that it looked really weird in the preview, but when you get it into your 3D application, it will map correctly on the sphere. So now I am in that abandoned space, which is lovely. So let's head back to my render view. And let's make sure I'm rendering through the right camera, and there I go. The nice thing about working with the HDRI is that it does have lighting data, which means that it's going to make all of the colors and the reflections suitable for this environment. So right there, there's my insect, and it is just automatically in that background. If I click on the sky dome light, the big sphere, I can get back to that image link by clicking where the black and white box used to be. It's been replaced by a downstream node. When I click on the downstream node, it will take me back to the file. And now I can browse again, and let's go and take that Photo Studio Loft Hall, because I really did like that as a background for the insect. You'll also see that I've got two copies of each of these files. The HDR file is the one that I downloaded from Polyhaven. Arnold automatically converts all files to this TX format that it uses specifically for lighting. So don't worry if you don't see a TX file. Arnold will generate one for you. If you do have the choice, I recommend using the TX file because Arnold just likes it better. So here I am in that loft space, and I think that's going to be really nice for my insect. So I'm going to stop this video here, and in the next one I'm going to go back to the camera, take a look at the camera settings, and add a little blur so that the insect is the only thing in sharp focus.